There's a terrifying detail hidden inside the Dutton Ranch Episode 5 trailer that changes absolutely everything. Because this isn't just another family argument anymore. This isn't another power struggle. And it's definitely not another warning shot. No, after this trailer, one thing has become painfully clear. The Dutton family civil war has officially begun. And honestly, I don't think this ranch survives it. The Episode 5 trailer opens with one of the darkest visuals we've seen all season. The ranch is completely silent. No music. No dialogue. Just the sound of wind moving through empty fields while smoke rises in the distance like something already burned before the episode even started. That silence matters, because in shows like this, silence is never peace. It's fear. And then we see Casey standing alone near the fencing line with a rifle in his hands, staring toward the ranch house like he doesn't even recognize it anymore. That shot tells you everything. The family is fractured. Trust is gone. And whatever betrayal happened before Episode 5, it pushed this family past the point of no return. Now, throughout this season, tension inside the Dutton family has been building slowly like a ticking bomb. Every conversation felt colder. Every alliance felt temporary. Every sacrifice came with resentment attached to it. But Episode 5 looks like the exact moment all that buried hatred finally explodes. And the scariest part? Nobody seems interested in stopping it anymore. Especially Beth. Because wow, Beth looks absolutely unhinged in this trailer. There's one scene where she storms into what looks like a private family meeting while covered in dirt and blood. Nobody speaks when she walks in. Not because they respect her, because they're scared of her. And honestly, they should be. Beth has always been dangerous when protecting the ranch. But this trailer feels different. She doesn't look protective anymore. She looks vengeful, like someone who's finally decided destroying the family is easier than saving it. And then she delivers the line that basically defines the entire trailer. If this family wants war, I'll finish it. Yeah, that's not somebody trying to solve problems anymore. That's somebody preparing to burn everything down. Now, before we dive deeper into Beth's role in all this, we need to talk about the biggest mystery in the trailer. Who betrayed the family first? Because the trailer keeps hinting that somebody inside the Dutton circle secretly triggered this entire conflict behind closed doors. And the editing makes that mystery feel massive. There are multiple quick flashes of hidden meetings happening at night. We see papers being burned, a truck leaving the ranch in secret, Casey angrily confronting somebody off-screen. And there's even a blink-and-you'll-miss-it shot where Jamie appears to shake hands with a rival land developer before quickly pulling away. Yeah, that definitely won't cause problems later. Honestly, at this point, if Jamie isn't involved in some kind of betrayal, I'll be shocked. Because the trailer practically frames him like a man carrying a secret too dangerous to reveal. And if there's one thing this family does not forgive, it's betrayal. Especially betrayal tied to the ranch itself. That's the emotional core of Episode 5. This isn't just about land anymore. It's about legacy, ownership, control, and the terrifying realization that everybody inside this family now believes they're the hero of the story. That's what makes family wars so dangerous. Nobody thinks they're the villain. Everybody thinks they're justified. And the trailer keeps pushing that idea over and over again. Even Casey, arguably the emotional center of the family, looks completely broken here. There's a heartbreaking moment where he walks through part of the ranch at night while emergency lights flash in the distance. His face looks exhausted. Not physically, emotionally exhausted. Like a man realizing the family he spent years trying to protect might already be gone. And honestly, that might be the saddest part of this entire trailer. Because Casey has spent most of the series trying to hold everybody together. He's constantly stuck between loyalty and morality, between protecting the ranch and protecting the people inside it. But Episode 5 feels like the moment he's finally forced to choose. And based on the trailer, that choice is going to destroy somebody. Now let's talk about the visual storytelling for a second, because this trailer is honestly loaded with hidden symbolism. Fire appears everywhere. Not once, not twice, everywhere. Buildings burning in the background. Orange reflections across characters' faces. Smoke covering the ranch. Even the lighting inside the family house feels warmer and more dangerous than usual. That's not accidental. Fire in Western dramas almost always symbolizes destruction, rebirth, or revenge. And episode 5 seems obsessed with all three, especially revenge, because every single character in this trailer looks angry at somebody. Nobody trusts each other anymore. And once trust disappears inside a family like this, violence becomes inevitable. Speaking of violence, can we talk about how insane the middle section of this trailer gets? Because around halfway through, everything suddenly escalates. Fast. We see armed riders crossing through the ranch at night. Floodlights turn on across the property. Horses panic. Somebody screams. A truck crashes through a gate. And for a split second, this stops feeling like a family drama and starts feeling like an all-out Western apocalypse. Honestly, at one point I forgot I was watching a trailer and not the opening scene of Red Dead Redemption 3. That's how chaotic this thing gets. But beneath all the action, the trailer keeps focusing on emotional damage. That's what makes it work. Anybody can show explosions, but emotional collapse? That's harder. And episode 5 seems built entirely around emotional collapse. There's one dinner table scene that might actually be the most stressful moment in the whole trailer. Nobody speaks for several seconds. The camera slowly cuts between different family members while tension builds in complete silence. No music, no dialogue, just resentment sitting at the table like another family member. And somehow that silence feels more dangerous than the gunfights, because everybody knows something terrible is about to happen. Nobody just knows when. Now here's where things get really interesting. The trailer strongly suggests somebody may have intentionally manipulated the Dutton family into turning against each other. Not emotionally, strategically. Think about it. Why does every conflict suddenly explode at the same time? Why are outside enemies suddenly moving against the ranch now? Why does it feel like somebody's been quietly weakening the family from the inside? The trailer wants us asking those questions. And honestly, I think there's still a massive reveal being hidden from us, because certain scenes feel intentionally edited out of order. Some characters disappear completely during major sequences. And there's one line from Casey that sounds incredibly important. If they find out the truth, this family is finished. Okay, hold on. What truth? Because the trailer clearly doesn't explain it. Which means episode 5 is probably hiding a major twist tied directly to the ranch war itself. And if that twist involves betrayal inside the family, everything changes overnight. Now, let's talk about Beth again, because she honestly feels like the emotional bomb at the center of this entire episode. There's a moment near the end where she stands outside the ranch while flames rise behind her. Her face is covered in ash. She's crying and furious at the same time. And then she says, "You made me your enemy." That line is terrifying, because Beth isn't somebody you survive easily once she turns against you. And the trailer makes it very clear she's done trying to negotiate. At this point, she looks ready to destroy anyone standing between her and the ranch, including her own family. Which raises the biggest question of episode 5. Who's actually right anymore? Seriously, that's what makes this trailer so effective emotionally. Nobody looks fully innocent. Not Casey, not Beth, not Jamie, not anyone. Everybody looks compromised by anger, grief, resentment, or fear. And that moral grayness makes the conflict feel real. Because real family wars aren't clean. They're messy, personal, emotional. People say things they can't take back. They cross lines they never imagined crossing. And judging by this trailer, multiple people are about to cross those lines. Now there's one visual in the trailer I can't stop thinking about. Near the end, we see part of the ranch actively burning while shadow figures stand in front of the flames, holding rifles. Not shooting, just standing there, watching. That image feels symbolic. Almost like the trailer is telling us this family has already accepted destruction as unavoidable. And honestly, that might be true, because nobody in this trailer talks about saving the family anymore. They talk about winning. That's different. Once a family starts caring more about winning than healing, the war is already over emotionally. They just haven't admitted it yet. And then comes what might be the most shocking moment in the entire trailer. Casey finally loses control. There's a quick scene where he grabs somebody by the collar and screams directly into their face while other family members try pulling him away. Now the trailer cuts too quickly to show who he's attacking, but judging by the reactions around him, it's someone close, very close. And honestly, that moment changes the entire energy of the trailer. Because Casey has always been the calm center of the family. If he's exploding now, that means whatever secret gets revealed in episode 5 is catastrophic. Now, let's pause for a second because I need to ask something important. How is this family still functioning at all? Seriously, at this point these people don't need ranch security. They need therapy and maybe 3 separate intervention teams. But that emotional instability is exactly why the trailer works so well. Everybody feels emotionally exhausted, cornered, desperate, and desperate people make dangerous decisions, especially in Western dramas where pride matters more than survival half the time. Now, another thing episode 5 seems to focus on heavily is legacy. Who deserves the ranch? Who sacrificed the most? Who betrayed the family first? Who's actually trying to save it? The trailer keeps circling those questions constantly, and the answers are becoming more complicated with every episode. Because protecting legacy can slowly poison people emotionally, especially when power becomes tied to identity. That's what's happening here. The ranch isn't just land anymore. It's ego, it's grief, it's family history, it's emotional survival. And when people believe losing the ranch means losing themselves, they become capable of horrifying things. That's why episode 5 feels so dangerous emotionally. Everybody is fighting like they have nothing left to lose. And maybe they don't. Now, the final section of the trailer is where things become genuinely terrifying. The music slows down. The dialogue almost disappears. Smoke covers the ranch. Police lights flash across the property. We see characters crying, others loading weapons, one person walking alone through the darkness. And then the trailer delivers its final line. This family dies tonight. Cut to black. No music. No ending montage. Nothing. Just silence. And honestly, that silence might be the scariest part of the entire trailer, because it leaves one horrifying possibility hanging in the air. What if the Civil War actually destroys the Dutton family completely? Not metaphorically, literally. Now, obviously trailers love exaggerating stakes, but episode 5 genuinely feels different. This doesn't feel like temporary drama anymore. This feels irreversible. Like the emotional damage has finally become too big to repair. And if that's true, then Dutton Ranch may be heading toward its darkest turning point yet. Because once families start seeing each other as enemies, there's rarely a clean ending, especially in worlds built on pride, land, and power. And honestly, that's why this trailer works so well. It's not just selling action, it's selling emotional devastation. The feeling that years of resentment are finally exploding all at once. The feeling that nobody inside this family truly understands how far things have already gone. The feeling that by the end of episode 5, the ranch may never look the same again. So now the biggest question becomes, who survives the Civil War? Because after watching this trailer, I honestly don't think everybody walks away intact. Not emotionally, not financially, and maybe not physically either. But what do you think? Who betrayed the family first? Who started the fire? And is Casey about to make the most dangerous decision of the entire season? Drop your theories below, because something tells me Dutton Ranch episode 5 is about to completely change this story forever.